Today we're reviewing the Semapo gear NCPC. Now this is an AOR1, genuine AOR1. It's got Crye fabric, 500D fabric, Crye webbing, and it's also got original Crye Precision span fabric on the sides and on the back plate bag. Now this is an NCPC. I'm going to quickly go over the reasons why NCPC are different from CPC, just to give you an insight of what's there if you don't know. Now, an NCPC, basically they've given you two vertical molly loops here now, horizontal, where normally you'd get this one like that, and then you'd get a vertical one here, just to give you a bit of variance, but they've done away with that and just given you two standard ones, which I find much easier for me, a PTT here anyway, so it doesn't bother me too much. Now, the second part is mainly the Cummerbund system, really. This one gives you now a skeletal Cummerbund, a bit like a JPC, which has plastic running through it. It's supported well, and it's amazing lightweight Cummerbund, very simple to use and handy in that respect. Now let me open it up and I'll go over the internal part. Now, take off the and let me take off the outer Cummerbund. This is the outer Cummerbund. It is adjustable and removable by this little molly section here. You can adjust it closer or further, or take it off completely. In its place, you can basically put these, or not in its place, but in general, you've got these span fabric mag pouches. They're basically double, but one mag in each, and they velcro onto your plate carrier like that, or upside down, if you want to make it a below pull quick release style. It's up to you if you want to pull down rather than up. But I personally don't use them. I find they're a bit of a pain in the ass, but that's just me. So you get two of them, one for each side, so you get 4 mags in total on your sides. It's a nice, it's a nice touch. I don't personally like them, but other people do. This little section here is actually for your, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called SKTRS system. It's basically so you can put your belt, your Crye Precision belt, up onto here, and it puts all the weight onto your harness rather than on your hips. So when you're walking, obviously it doesn't fatigue your legs or anything like that. It puts all the weight on the plate carrier, which can take quite a lot of weight anyway. The second part, going around to the pouch here. This pouch is very different. You've actually got molly on there. It's an M-bitter pouch, so you can fit basically 2 M4 mags. You can even really fit like a bottle of water in there if you wanted to. It is a pretty big pouch. Actually quite good for a bottle of water, actually. It comes with bungee on it normally, but I removed it just because I found the bungee cords kept getting away. Plus, once I got the Cummerbund round on it, it actually makes it really tight anyway. You also get this triangle part where you can molly around on the front, any 4 of the sections of the molly, and that'll basically tighten your Cummerbund to you if you're not using the outer Cummerbund. Now, let me take this apart. What you've got here is this little tab. That corresponds with the vertical molly inside here. Basically, you slide that in like that, you just give it a push, and then obviously you velcro that onto the front of your rig, and that will keep the internal Cummerbund secure without the second. Then the second just hangs on its own, and that way you're not adding extra weight to the harness, just to the Cummerbund, which is nice. Undo that again. Now let me undo the rig completely, and I'll go over the harness system while I'm here. Oh no, sorry, no. Let me go to the back plate and I'll get over the NCPC versus CPC. But basically the only other difference on the rear panel is there's no molly here like there is on the front panel. That is literally it. They've done away with it and just given you plain molly, which is fine. Moving over to the front again, I'm going to go over. Let me go over the front section anyway. Let me take off this. Alright, here is the front plate bag. This is basically the same as the CPC size. This is a size large. I've actually got medium plates in there. That's why it's a little bit saggy, but it does hold them well. It is up top here. They are. It is up there and down. There's a little bit of sag here. Could have been used up, but that's all right for me. Features are you've got the gigantic admin pouch. Basically, you can fit like an M4 mag in there. You can fit quite a lot in there. It's huge. It's massive space all the way along, and it's just lovely to have. Really, I love admin pouches. You obviously got your front bit of Velcro here with molly, same as a 1694 would have. So you can still use it if you need to, or you can just use it for Velcro like most people do. On the front, you have 4x6 rows of molly. Obviously, where everyone will put pouches, but it also has As you can tell by the bungee cords, it has its inbuilt sort of insert. Not really an insert, it's just an inbuilt shingle. So you can put your mags in, and there you go, you can have 3 mags in there. Only thing I have a problem with on that is if you look at the squares there of stitching, if you can see that, I'm not too sure, yeah, you might be able to. Basically that is where the dividers are. Now personally it makes the middle one too tight, very hard to put a mags into, and the side ones are massively big. The mag rattles around on its own if you didn't have the bungee cords. And what I've had to do is put a bit of Velcro on the inside of the mag there. This is what Crye Precision can do anyway. You put a bit of Velcro on your mag and it actually Velcros inside instead of rattling around back and forth. It actually Velcro smooth to the plate, and it stops it from juttering about. Then obviously pull forward, releases it, pull out. Nice and simple. The only good thing about having that too tight is you can put Scar H mags in there, or SR25, M14 size mags, 556, 762, and you can still use obviously all of them. It's just the middle ones are a pain in the ass and they're a bit loose. Keep that in mind. I did have Crye Precision pouches on the front, but I actually found that the insert is much more low profile and very easy to use once you get used to it, so it's not too much of a problem. So moving on to the shoulder pads now, while they're there. You do have your shoulder straps. This part is built onto the rig, and this one you sort of molly on separate or Velcro on separate. You can take it off and have it the same as this side, or you can swap it to this side, or we can remove it entirely, up to you. Adjustment, you can actually pull up the cord, pull up the Velcro, and it adjusts from the back section here where this sort of buckle is, which has Semapo gear written on it, or Semapo gear, however you want to pronounce it. And it has like a belt buckle style lock system, so the tighter you pull on it, the more it stops moving, which is obviously handy as hell. Obviously you can pull that right up, and then this is where you get your other part, the front part of the shoulder, adjusted from. So wherever you find best, where I've got mine now is where I like it, and that's about it. Now the pad on these shoulders are absolutely amazing. Oh, let me get that straight first. Now, the padding on this vest, it's very, very large, it's very, very big, but it's absolutely comfortable. I mean, you've got a soft sort of spandy material here, gives it a good stretch if it needs to, but it's absolutely, these are godlike. I love these bloody shoulder pads to hell. They're so comfortable. This whole rig is super comfortable. I was really sceptical, but now I'm a firm believer of how comfortable CPCs and NCPCs are. Let me flip the back plate back. Now what you can see here is the harness system. This is obviously your left side, and that's your right side to the shooter, but looking at it, that's your right, that's your left. But, you know, generic terms, left, right. So on your left side and your right side, they're exactly the same. They're carbon fibre. Wherever it's black is basically where a carbon fibre insert is, and obviously it's built to curve and bend and do whatever it needs to do. It's basically a carbon fibre insert, and that's what keeps the rigidity of the rig and keeps it very weight supportive. You've got these pads, a bit like a helmet. You can move about and put wherever you want, whatever angle you want, or swap them entirely. I've got them where I like them now. I've basically swapped them two with them two. Them two are here, and them two are on the sides. I found this way gives me more back support, and it's just extremely comfortable. Now, you have these pull cords, which everyone's seen on the shoulder pads normally. That runs down through each side of the harness, so when you pull on them, or one of them, it will release that side from the plate bag. I personally don't like them, because obviously you don't need them for Airsoft, but nice touch in general if you want to take your rig off quickly for any injuries at all you may occur. It's always nice, and they are easily, you can still get to them. Basically, the rear plate bag actually sort of free floats. This is the only point of contact it has to the rig right here, because if you look at it from here onwards, it actually free floats and it actually hangs on just little brackets. That's where the adjustment comes in, which is very clever. It's very nice. It keeps the back plate from digging in your back and being annoying. It actually makes it really, really comfortable. What you have in here, you pull this out and all the excess material. And this is basically your adjustment section. You have this special little clip, and you pull on it, push on the clip again like that, push up on it, and lock it, and then you just tuck the rest in a little sort of kangaroo-ish pouch, and you tuck the rest in. Just fold it and tuck it, and then yeah, it keeps it out of the way, keeps it from unravelling at you. Keeps it all in there. You don't feel it 'cause it's in the channel section. You don't feel, especially when the rig's all curved on you. And there's that. Super comfortable rig. Absolutely adore it. Very, very skeptical at start, but my god, once you learn the use of this, I actually find it hard to use my 1694 or any other rig for that matter, because these are so comfortable. But sometimes I will use my 1694s when I want to be more low pro. When I'm normally, I carry quite a lot on me anyway, ammo, mags, shit, multi-tools, spare pistol mags, even my shotgun, breacher mags. It all adds up, so this one's quite nice for load bearing, but it's also very nice for wearing it as nothing because it's still very comfortable. Now, I've gone over the Cummerbund system already, so I won't show you that again, but I will go over the back plate quickly. Back plate obviously is just plain moly, but people have noticed that you have zip on the side here, little zip panels, or little zips on each side. Basically, Crye Precision, Semapo are making these, unconfirmed which ones they are making, but they are making some nonetheless. Basically, Crye Precision make 3 of these, which I know of. You have a molly panel, which is exactly the same as this, just zips on, it gives you an external molly, so you can take it off again, just unzip it comes off in seconds. You also have a backpack, which is like again stretch material, stretches out when you've got stuff in there to a degree, and that's quite nice. It's like an assaulter's pack, and then you've also got an assaulter's backpack, or assaulter's panel, shall I say, where you have 2 pouches up here, a vertical one here, and you've got a little bit of molly on the bottom for extra pouches should you need them. Basically, these top ones will be 2 sort of free-sized molly pouches, and then you've got 3 little slots, so you can put flashbangs in there. Then you've got a big utility here, a bit like the Ferro Concept style, very similar to that, but with 2 pouches up here, a bit like their old Gen ones. Sorry about that, camera died, so back again. So as I said, yeah, you've got these assaulters panels you can just zip straight on, which is very nice. They're easy to use, and obviously you can take them off in seconds and swap them out and have different loadouts quickly. It's a very nice touch. I'm going to be getting some when they come out. Also got a drag handle, which is velcroed in and velcroed down when you don't need it. And as I was saying, basically the stretch material on the plate bags here, it sort of stretches when you've got bigger size plates in there. At the moment, as you can see, it's quite saggy because I've got quite a small. I've got a medium plate. This is a large plate size. But that's just, it does work fine, it's not that bad, it holds molly fine, and that's that. So I'm going to put the rig back together now. I'm also going to put it back to how I have it, and then I'll show you my loadout and how I use it and how I utilise it in my way. I do use it slightly different to how you're supposed to, in a way. Nothing crazy, I just add basically these Crye Precision emitter pouches on, and I like to use, basically, so I've got 4 mags on my side. That basically replaced the side. Sorry, that basically sits in there like that, and then when I close that over the top, that gives me an extra pouch here for my other bits. So I've got 2 here, and then my radio is always attached to my front plate, which means when I take my Cummerbund off, it's not flapping about. But these are real. This is the real stretch fabric as well. This is genuine Crye material. As you can see, they're pretty much identical. Excuse the lighting; it's a little different, but. Yeah, they are exactly the same. I mean, these are a bit worn because they're older, but they're exactly the same, essentially. This is a genuine Crye pouch, so let me get back to that, and I will put it all back together how I have it, and I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so here's my rig all set up, everything on it, apart from 2 pouches, which I'll go over in a second. So I've got my 3 M4 mags in the shin guard up front. Obviously, like I said, I've got them velcroed in as well, so you have to sort of pull away from the velcro and pull up. So I use them. Now I've got my 2 pistol mag pouches, open top, which can be closed top quite easily just by tucking them back, and it makes it closed top. I've got my double M4 pouch at the side here by Semapo gear. This just normally for a speed loader, or it'll be for grenades, and I'll move the speed loader to my other side. In the internal pouch, the first radio pouch, I've got a spare mag, just quick draw there, nice and easy for me to get to. And then in the Crye emitter pouches, I've got my AAC suppressor on this side, on my left side for my offhand, and then on my right side, my shooting side, I have my radio just because I don't need to access it as easy, and my PTT runs through underneath the flap and gets to this side from there. I've also got my Nexus U94 here. That's nice and easy, it's all velcroed down, doesn't go anywhere. Got my antenna sort of just up in the open. Got my cat tourniquet and my med shears just for looks. I also have my double fly pistol pouch, 9mm one. I have a multi-tool on this side, that's sort of my first part. On the second one, I will normally run my breacher shotgun's little gas tank, spare one. If not, I'll just leave it blank for anything else I might need. And on this side, I've obviously got another M4 pouch. I'll put a speed loader, but for now I've got my other EMAG in there. Now, if I'm running a bigger game, I need more pouches for ammo, other little bits. I have that 100 round Semapo gear pouch, just sort of there, set out the way. And then I'll have my toy soldier little admin pouch on this side, just so it doesn't hinder my holster drawer, and that way it's nice and easy. On my back, I actually run nothing at the moment, just because I actually normally run my Hydro pouch, Hydro MBSS Mat Pack, which is on my wall there. I normally have it clipped in through Molly, and it can be quick detach. Other than that, that's pretty much everything on the rig. Thank you for watching our review of the NCPC by Semapo gear. We've got a lot more stuff coming in the works. We've got some FFI combat sets. We've also got a Semapo combat set we can review. We've also got some Semapo 694. We have generically the Semapo in medium. Obviously not much more, but we'll probably go over it in a touch, so a comparison of sizes and stuff. And just some other kit in general. We've got some more small bits coming we're going to be ordering soon. We're going to also be starting a Marsoc loadout, or old Marsoc, shall I say, loadout. Probably start of end of the year, but for now we're going to be sticking with our DevGru sort of inspired loadouts. We never do a full-on one-to-one loadout. We like to just buy what we need and what's comfortable to us as players. So I hope you enjoyed that. Feedback is, appreciated massively. We do like to hear feedback on you guys and see what you think. Obviously this channel hasn't been up for long. We've got more gameplay videos and reviews at the moment. We do want to do reviews, it's just at the moment getting kit-ins are quite slow during, it's our own money and all that. We only buy kit as we need it, sort of stuff. But other than that, as you can please rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, share it about. We do really appreciate it. It helps massively. Is there anything you want us that we've got for review? If you can see anything or know us and know what we've got, if you need any reviews on it, we can make a video or we can just chat to you about it, whatever you want. So yeah, thanks for all this, and I'm GT02, Reese Harrison, signing out.